all his favorite Pragerisms, however disconnected they might be from reality. It was the same critique that the Brandeis Bardeen Institute board had of Dennis Prager when he was its director between about 1977 and 1983. Like, Prager had a stock, 3 speeches that he gave over and over and over and over again. And so too with his radio show, he has, a stock series of little speeches that he gives over and over again. So this man who worked with Dennis at KBC realized it was just all a con. So in a few months, the man went from years of fascination with Dennis's thinking to disgust with Dennis. And that disgust reaction, it just never left him. And he never picked up another guru. So that's the end of the first test of the gurometer. I gave Dennis Galaxy Brainness a 4 out of 5. Right. Test number 2, cultishness. Being a guru is a social role. A guru is only a guru if there are people who regard them as gurus. So how gurus interact with their followers and their critics, their in-group and out-group, is often quite revealing. Gurus are not usually bona fide cult leaders. However, social groups they cultivate, often with themselves positioned as intellectual leaders, can have some elements reminiscent of cults. So a key characteristic of cults is the establishment of clear in-group and out-group identities, primarily between the cult members, cult admirers, and outsiders. However, there will also be internal discrimination made within the cult, such as between an inner circle of favored members, the broader normal members, and problematic or troublesome members. So I went from maybe inner circle of favored Dennis Prager member to the broader normal members, and then a problematic or troublesome member who needed to be exorcised and excluded. So cult behavior is characterized by emotional manipulation and control. Gurus manipulate their followers and potential allies. They engage in excessive flattery, make intimations that their followers are more perceptive, more morally worthy, and more interested in the pursuit of truth than outsiders. That's you, guys. That's you. Show me how to love you, because you guys are just so perceptive, so morally worthy, and just so much more interested in pursuit than those people who watch those other streams. So a guru will put effort into signaling a close and personal relationship with their followers. Guys, if you watch me on this show, you really know me. This is who I am. We're so close. We're so bonded. Just show me how to love you. All right, so gurus encourage the development of parasocial ideation. So praise and regard for the guru is usually reciprocated. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Laponius, for all those compliments. Well, but I mean, you're a very wise and perceptive man. You're a very great thinker on your own. It's such an honor to have you here. Disagreement or criticism is usually dismissed as coming from an unworthy person who does not truly understand the significance of the guru's ideas. Now, the guru will wish to avoid the appearance of being a controlling leader. It's inconsistent with the flattery of their followers and the idea of cultivating a community of like-minded and clear-sighted individuals. That's us here, man. We're a bunch of clear-sighted blokes. However, they do not want their privileged position challenged, right? Because you get in the way of their predation, right? They will not be very happy. They may often wistfully talk of a desire to engage with good faith critics who truly understand their ideas. Yeah, man, I just wish I had some good faith, intellectually honest is the phrase that's used. I just wish I had some intellectually honest critics that I could engage with, but instead the people who criticize me, they're just on such a low level, right? I mean, I would benefit from criticism from people who are intellectually honest. I wish I had more intellectually honest criticism. It's so lonely up here in the stratosphere. I just wish I had more good faith, intellectually honest criticism. Oh, yes. So gurus lament, we've just been unable to receive the kind of robust, intellectually honest criticism that we absolutely yearn for, that I'm dying for. Just show me how much good faith criticism you have. Of course, this is a sham. Anything other than fawning praise will typically be designated as being low quality or badly motivated. Show me how to love you. Then you often get the Emperor's New Clothes maneuver. I know many of you won't be able to understand this, but I think the more perceptive of you might. I don't think many of you are in a place where you're ready to accept this kind of idea, but here goes. Now, few followers will want to admit that they lack the necessary qualities to appreciate the brilliance of the guru's insight, and those that do reveal themselves to be potentially among the set of troublemakers that need to be exorcised. So when we giving a score here, unhealthy social dynamics of in-group versus out-group. So unnecessary in-group versus out-group dynamics. Sometimes in-group versus out-group is essential. Lots of flattery, controlling your followers are special, super charitable to friends and to allies, in-group people like us, the heterodox, non-ideological, committed to reason, right? And, the great personal rapport that gurus have with their followers. So what am I talking about? This is what I'm talking about.
When I never met in person, I never met Jordan Peterson in person. But I said to him when we met right before lunch, something that is said to me by so many people who meet me for the first time: I feel like I know you. And that is the highest compliment in effect. I now understand what a compliment it is when I receive it, because I never gave it to somebody before you. And I have watched you for hours and listened to you and read your book. And in fact, I didn't just read your book, I heard your book from you. So I want to tell you something without embarrassing you, but I think I like to, you open your heart and your mind, and so do I. When I was very young, I realized that God or nature had given me what I have called a goodness detector. And
gurus appreciate people with open hearts, open minds, open legs.
I always knew
there are many ways to teach Torah, right? You can teach Torah over Facebook. You can teach Torah in person. You can teach Torah over Zoom. You can teach Torah through the tip of your penis. The various ways that you can teach Torah, be a guru, right? They're infinite. Open hearts, open minds, open legs.